Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Longhorns will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will have the football first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when they were up.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The play action fake. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you, because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
The screen, he's got wheels. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Commodores will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Manning. Fires toward the target. Working that left side. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
Looking for space, it's Baxter. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, really good win on the recruiting trail last week, got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has...
Oh, he's got some space. Got it out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Handoff from the shotgun. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. That is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrill. He won't get there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch right at the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Now the play fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. High quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The offense is going to stay on the field now. This is within field goal range, but they already have one missed today. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we...
There he goes. It's a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down into the 37. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alexander. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Grabbed near the marker, it's Hoskins. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Commodores are on the move. Off-play action on 1st down. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Find some fresh air. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Commodores can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Alexander. And the Commodores will have a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a man, it's Pavia. Got a man, it's Hudson. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a 1st down.
Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Pulls it in, it's Alexander. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
The speed of these quarterbacks have just gotten insane. Week in and week out, you're facing so many guys that can just pick them up and put them down and chew up 15 yards like it's nothing.
And they can make the throws, too. We call them dual threats, but really you have to be able to do both in this era of football.
Yeah, and it used to be one or the other. You had a guy that could really, really run. You had a guy that could throw. Now they're all packaged into one, and it's just, man, it's a headache.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working that left side now.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Vandy. A great catch and run for 6.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Makes a move. Got a little room. Out of bounds at the 22-yard line after a spectacular return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Give to the running back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Manning. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language of this defense. It has changed.
And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Dan, let's finish this half then. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. It's complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. And his throw is incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
That pass is incomplete. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Offense working from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Stowers. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Back to pass. It's Pavia. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target. But just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Gives it on the option. Picks up the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And these drops can be very frustrating because you know he wants the football, and he demands the football. Receivers a lot of times will walk in the huddle, throw me the ball. I've heard worse stories than that and worse language, but calling for the football, got to make plays, man. That's how you get more balls thrown in the direction.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because You've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Longhorns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Rides the back and leaves it. Got room to work. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He takes it at the 45. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Another catch by the big fella. And hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's happening.
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board to that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway.
Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he pumps it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal of possession.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Pulls and fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And the route is on. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This one's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. To the air, it's Manning. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
To the air on second down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their... saying no mas, the type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 16 to Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the move, it's Alexander. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Second down coming up.
29 Philly. 2-9.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Fisher. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Back to throw. It's Bobby. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get this part of the field and everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up for great field position.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on fourth. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. Sweet cut there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
The Commodores come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Hudson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.